Party time, rad experience. Hey you guys, it's Robbie here of Rad Experience. So welcome to my dining room. I'm here today to ask you a quick question. What has 0 calories but can make you feel or actually be fat? Okay, the answer is salt. Yes, sodium is #1 reason why you feel bloated most of the time. And so in honor of skin bearing season, I'm going to ditch the salt and start cooking with fresh herbs. Which is why I'm so excited to tell you that I discovered a company called Litehouse. So Litehouse is not dried herbs, y'all. Litehouse makes fresh herbs. They dry freeze them. So all you do is add water and bring them back to life. I'm going to show you a full meal using the Litehouse herbs, and let's get started. The first thing I'm going to show you how to make using Litehouse is going to be a cocktail. And I'm going to use the mint to make a strawberry white wine spritzer. Okay, so here we are. I'm going to put the mint in my wine glass first. So I'm going to pop this open just a little bit because, you know, strong flavor. Kind of like sprinkle the bottom of that glass. Ooh, there we go. All right, and then I have a white wine here, whatever table white wine you like. This is a Chardonnay, I believe. Just gonna throw that right in there. So you can see the mint is already super green. It's like, hey, coming back to life. So nice. Then you see I have strawberries because we're doing a strawberry white wine spritzer. They're frozen because I want to keep my wine cool. And I'm just gonna drop a few of those in there. Let's do 2 more. All right, and then because the spritzer, last step, I'm just gonna top it off with a little bit of seltzer. And you'll give that a whirl. And cheers. A very easy cocktail to make before you have dinner. Okay, so now that we have our drink ready, let's go ahead and move on to an appetizer. I'm gonna show you how to make a really fun, easy bruschetta using the Litehouse basil and the Litehouse red onion. Okay, so first, I got a little bit of red onion. I'm just kind of eyeballing this. Just gonna pour a little bit of of water in that bowl. That's about enough for my tomatoes that have already been cut. And I'm gonna do the same thing with the basil. Basils are great addition to tomatoes always. They're like besties, I say. So there's that. And like I said, there's already water in there, so I'm gonna give it a little bit of a swirl and let that sit for just a moment. As you can see you're getting greener, that basil. It looks just like the fresh basil you would have picked up at the grocery store. So let that sit for a sec. Then what I have over here, I'm gonna do a little bit of balsamic vinaigrette. Just gonna dress my tomatoes with that. And then I have olive oil, just a little drizzle of that. Get a nice drizzle. Pow. And then I have my black pepper here. We're not using salt, remember. So a little bit of coarse black pepper. I've already grind it down a little bit. And then this is ready to go too. So I'm just gonna toss my Litehouse herbs right in there. They are fresh now, back to life. Get all that in there. And then I have my big spoon and I'm just gonna give it a swirl. Ideally, I would let this sit for about 30 minutes in the refrigerator so that all these yummy flavors can mingle. But just for the sake of me showing you the finished bruschetta here, I'm gonna take a cracker here, whatever you have on hand is fine. And I wanna make sure I get that nice juice from the bottom. And I'm just gonna dress it, just put those tomatoes right on top. And they're so pretty. And it makes a super easy appetizer. All right, moving on to the main dish. I'm going to use the dill and the parsley, mix it with some Greek yogurt for a nice sauce to put on top of some salmon. So let's go ahead and get the dill and parsley back to life. It's about a tablespoon for this portion of salmon here. So I'm just gonna just eyeball that. It's about a tablespoon, easy that. And then with the parsley, I'm gonna do about a tablespoon of that one as well. So I'm gonna give that a little whirl and let that come back to life. You see how green it is? It's amazing, right? No more herbs going bad in your refrigerator. What a genius idea. Okay, so this is gonna sit here. Then I'm just gonna add my mustard, my pepper, and then this is good to go. It's already pretty green. Scoop scoop all those good herbs, fresh herbs down in there. And then I'm just gonna give this whole thing a whirl. And it's so easy because, you know, nothing better than having a nice, delicious base on your meats and your fishes. And that looks beautiful. And then all you're gonna do then is just dress your salmon with that nice even coat. And this will go in the oven, y'all, at 400 degrees, 400, for about 15 to 20 minutes, probably this size, depending on how you like it done. And I will show you what it looks like when it comes out. All right, so the last stop is gonna be our side dishes. I'm going to use some garlic, some red onion again on some mixed vegetables, and then I'm gonna use cilantro on some brown rice. All right, so let's go ahead and moisten up our cilantro first. I'm gonna do about a tablespoon. It's gonna just, yeah, it's a lot of rice. Let's do a tablespoon and a half. And because we're doing the lime, I'm gonna actually put that in there with the water as well. So I'm using a whole half of a lime. Just squeeze all that out. So delicious. It's a great way to spice up your brown rice. All right, so I got that there. Give it a little whirl. It's okay if it's a little bit of water because then it's gonna just moisten and the rice will just absorb it. And then we have that, obviously, that lime juice. So I'm just gonna throw that into my, how pretty is that? Right onto my brown rice. We're gonna actually use that bowl again, but first I'm just gonna show you how I mix it in. It's very simple, but it's gonna give your brown rice a nice little kick. So that's one side to have with our salmon. And then let me put a little more water in my herb bowl. Bring back to life herb bowl. Okay, and then I'm gonna go ahead and add, let's say about a tablespoon of each of these again. We got the garlic, maybe half, because you know garlic's got a kick. But it's gonna be so delicious when we throw it in there in the oven. It's gonna be great. Then we got our red onion. Perfect. And I got a new spoon for us as well. Let's just give that a whirl. We're just trying to bring that, see how the color is changing? The red onion is red again almost, and then the garlic, I can even smell it. You can't smell it obviously through the camera, but I could totally smell this garlic. Delicious. It's like fresh. And I'm just gonna throw that in there with my vegetables. It's okay if there's a little bit of water. I'm gonna drizzle some olive oil across the top here. Olive oil and lemon is such an easy peasy way to add flavor to vegetables. I love that. So there's a little bit of a lemon in there. And then I'm just gonna take my black pepper. Oh, excuse me, party foul. And stir all this together. And we're just making sure everything touches, kisses, makes out. And then we're gonna put that in the oven, 400 degrees. Like I said, for like 15, 20 minutes. So I'll show you how this looks when it comes out, and it'll be time to eat almost. All right, you guys, that is it. I hope you enjoyed this. Everything is done. We have our appetizer bruschetta, our herb roasted with that yummy yogurt sauce salmon, and then we have our brown rice and of course the vegetables, and our cocktail. If you have any questions or comments, leave those below. Make sure you follow me at Rad Experience on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter, and head over to Litehouse and get some of these fresh herbs ASAP. All right, talk to you soon. Bye.